Many celebrities have reacted to many luxury stores being empty after all of the talk of manufacturers speaking out. First up, Kim Kardashian said, "This could have been taken at like 6 in the morning." Kylie Jenner has said she will no longer be buying Hermes bags after everything that's been said about their bags. Even Hermes is feeling the pressure right now as luxury sales slow down and social media adds fuel to all the drama.
I could tell this someone about me.
So y'all mean to tell me Kim Kardashian and Kylie Jenner out here suing Hermes over that whole Chinese factory fake designer scandal? Baby, word on the curb is the sisters completely lost their damn minds after finding out their closets full of luxury bags might only be worth $2,000 total because they was made in China. Chillura Ifar. If you know anything about the Kardashian Jenners, it's that they breathe flexing and showing off that billionaire lifestyle. They'll risk it all to stay in that Hollywood upper crust. So when them Trump-era tariffs got Chinese factory owners spilling tea left and right about where all these luxury goods really come from, the girls started spiraling. Allegedly, they trying to take Hermes to court and get every dime back from all them six-figure shopping sprees. But like, what really happened? What lawyer bold enough to even touch this mess? And is Kim really pressed? Cause folks might stop treating her like she royalty? Be far now. Let's get into the mess.
Questions. How do we feel about China coming about and telling everyone that these bags are realistically $20, $50? How do I feel? Stupid.
All right, now, let me tell you, the Kar Jenner girls was straight up fuming when they found out their high-dollar designer shoes and bags been coming from the same factory folks get bootleg Jordans from. Even worse, folks been able to cop the same exact bags online for dirt cheap and pulling up looking like they shop at the same place as Kylie. Word is, Kim and Kylie planning to sue Hermes hard till they get all their coins back. Cause dear, not the Birkins they thought were fresh out of Italy turning out to be China-made dupes. But how we even land in this mess to begin with? Like, if somebody told us back in the day that Kim and Kylie would be breaking down over a Birkin scandal in 2025, we would have told them to hush and stop being ridiculous. But baby, here we are. It all jumped off when that US-China trade war blew up. You remember? America and China beefing like two bitter exes. And out of nowhere, the internet went wild. Turns out hundreds of Chinese warehouse workers hit up TikTok talking about how they know exactly where them luxury brands been getting their products from. And let's just say, it wasn't no cute lil Italian workshop or romantic French factory. Nope. It was some hot, musty factory floor deep in China. From Birkin to Lululemon to Louis Vuitton. Baby, everything got exposed. These TikTokers came with the receipts and the step-by-step factory tour, showing exactly how these so-called luxury bags get made from start to finish. And when I tell you the internet went into full panic mode, folks were clutching their purses like, hold up, you mean I dropped $10,000 on a bag that's barely worth my phone bill? Influencers were spiraling, like full-on emotional breakdowns on the timeline.
This Birkin bag at Hermes boutique will cost you 38,000 USD. But what is the real cost out of the factory? Today, I'm going to break it down in front of you, step by step. First thing first, Hermes only use the leathers from the three top-level suppliers. One is called Nucci from Italy. The second is Weinheim from Germany, and the third is Haas from France. One piece of Togo leather, the same leather as this one, will cost 420 USD. And one piece of the leather is only enough to make one Birkin, okay? The thread. And of course, for Hermes Birkin, the thread is also the best top level. It's called Trio Al Chinois from France. This is actually the Rolls Royce in thread. For each bag, the cost is 25 USD. And then the hardware. See, this hardware is called 316 hardware. It's also known as the ocean stainless steel because it can withstand the erosion of seawater. It's the best stainless steel. One piece of bag, the hardware will cost 150 USD. The edge oil. This edge oil is imported from Italy. It's called heat seal edge oil. For each bag, it will cost 50 USD. interior lining. It used lambskin imported from France. So each bag, the cost will be 100 USD. And also inside, there is a zipper from Rebranding. And the zipper for one bag is 10 USD.
You out here saving coin, skipping brunches, clocking overtime, and trying to go viral with your little TikTok dances. All so you can cop a bag you think screams, "I made it." Or maybe you just a spoiled rich kid cutting deep into your trust fund. Or shoot, maybe you just feeling yourself and want to treat yourself. Either way, you buying into the fantasy that this bag ain't just cute. It's a symbol that you up there with the elite, honey. Thousands of dollars spent, and it's all about the statement. In rap songs, the girls brag about they Birkins and red bottoms, and the guys flex designer chains and custom fits. That ain't just fashion, that's social status. But then boom, here come these TikTok sleuths exposing everything. Talking about your $500 Lululemon leggings only cost $5 to make, and them Louis Vuitton bags, baby, $50. And don't even get me started on the Chanel and Birkin ones. Turns out they cost like $300 max to produce. Throw on some bougie branding, slap it in a dust bag, and suddenly it's a whole exclusive drop. Some folks say the only real difference between the real and the dupe is the name stitched on the front. So here's what's really going down. According to them Chinese TikTokers, all the materials for these luxury goods come straight out of them sweatshops overseas. Then they ship them to Italy or France, sew a few pieces together, and bam, it's now a made in Italy or made in France product. Just like that.
Permission to be mean? Y'all are being so fucking lame. I just feel like we have severely lost the plot on either side of the conversation around Chinese manufacturers creating luxury goods. On one hand, you have the camp of fashion people who, for some reason, will defend these European luxury brands as if their life depends on it, as if these aren't private equity-backed, profit-making machines. Maybe because you've already invested thousands of dollars and you don't want to look stupid, that you cannot believe that they would take cost-cutting measures in order to increase their profit. Be so for real. Did we all just forget about this? Oh, but what about the French artisans that are That's not the point. These companies still don't deserve your money, and I'm gonna tell you why. But if you don't trust it coming out of a Chinese person's mouth, because I get it, maybe they're just trying to sell dupes. Nonetheless, here is a fashion documentary done with incredible investigative journalism in 2018 exposing how luxury brands abuse Senegalese migrant workers to produce your beloved leather goods. And this one was made by white people, if that makes you feel better. And until those luxury brands publish their supply chain to you, why do you trust them so bad? I just don't understand how there is any response that is appropriate to this news besides buy vintage, buy from small designers.
But of course, these luxury brands ain't take that mess sitting down. They clapped back quick. Louis Vuitton been loud with it, swearing none of their pieces are made in China, like ever. And Lululemon, they came through with their own little PR statement, saying only 3% of their final stuff gets made in China. Just 3%, allegedly. And the company even got a whole list of approved suppliers sitting pretty on their website. Now you might be sitting there like, why would Kim and Kylie even waste their energy on something this wild? I mean, for all we know, these Chinese TikTokers just trying to stir up some attention for their own knockoff lines that got nothing to do with the luxury brands they name dropping. And even if Hermes was producing them bags in China, how would they even prove it? You can't just pop off with wild claims and not show receipts. Courtrooms don't care about gossip. They want cold, hard evidence. But here's the kicker. If there's one thing we all know about the Kardashian empire, it's this. Them girls will move mountains to keep that elite image. It's been whispered that they'll go to extreme, and I mean extreme, lengths to keep that rich and flawless brand alive. Word is they even go into serious debt just to keep up the illusion, not even counting all them cosmetic tweaks. And baby, the rumor's been rumbling. Reports say Kim was swimming in debt last year, like almost $50 million deep, all because she took out a mortgage on a $70 million mansion back in 2023. Allegedly, all this money mess started while she was still tangled up with Kanye. Between her constant chase for what's hot and yes, spiral with his vices. They blew through cash like it grew on trees. But let's be real, Kim being broke don't mean she's sleeping on no friend's couch. Still, if the word on the street is any clue, then sis might really be trapped in some serious financial quicksand. Around the time Diddy got snatched up, folks started whispering that Kim was out here acting as his madam, like the one organizing the dancers and escort girls for his wild parties. Yep, the freak-offs. Allegedly, she was also the one handling the hush money for them folks, boys and girls, keeping them paid and quiet. In return, she got a fat stack and some hush-hush money for keeping things tidy. But look, Kim always been obsessed with controlling how the world sees her. That whole family's like that. But Kim, oh, she takes it to a whole other level. When folks started whispering that she might have been Diddy's madam, the internet did what it does best, dug all up in her business and found some wild receipts. Turns out, Miss Kim been chasing that fast life for years. One name that came up in the mess? A shady character named Joe Lowe. The streets say Kim had ties with this man way before she became the Kim we see now. Joe was out here ducking government charges over fraud and stealing money like it was a hobby. And guess what? Allegedly, Kim was his lil ride or die back then, helping him wash that dirty cash like she was on payroll. Word is, she used to roll with him to low down casinos and secret gambling joints like it was nothing. Fast forward to 2019, and boom, the FBI pulled up on Kim for a lil sit down about this very same Joe Lowe. Sis ended up spilling some of the beans, saying that one time after a casino run, she flew back to LA with straight up garbage bags stuffed with $250,000 in cold hard cash, like trash bags, y'all. And not long as after that, Joe got cuffed up in a major scandal tied to that one Malaysia Development BHD embezzlement mess. But let's not act like Kim the only one in the Kris Jenner camp moving funny. Allegedly, the whole fam is deep in Kris's undercover coin cleaning hustle. And baby, she using her church to keep it cute. Yup, that same church where folks gotta cough up over $1,000 every month just to call themselves members. Word on the curb is that church is the plug for hush-hush transactions between the Kardashians and their rich, powerful associates. But baby, it gets messier. Kris allegedly using that holy front to do business with folks like Diddy and even, get this, TD Jakes. Whew, now the tea is, Kris supposedly be getting fat envelopes of offering money from these men, but it ain't for no altar call. Nah, that's hush money, allegedly for quieting victims, covering up drama, and cleaning up behind Diddy's situations. And let's keep it a buck. Why would Kris even need to do all this if she already had her daughters grinding since they were teens? Baby, it's the lifestyle. It's about being in the right rooms with the right folks to keep that clout train rolling. And speaking of rooms, y'all ever wonder how Kim keep getting invites to all these bougie fashion events when sis be missing the theme every single time? She stays showing up in some tight corset situation that looked like her waist done got Thanos snapped. Same tired, over-sexy look on repeat, and still trying to force herself into spaces that just ain't feeling her like that. The public been clocking her too. That's why every time she puts on a historic fashion piece, it's straight backlash. Take 2022 for instance. Kim had the audacity to slide into Marilyn Monroe's legendary nude dress at the Met Gala. Now, when Marilyn rocked it, she was floating. That dress melted into her skin like silk on satin. She had the elegance, the glow, the presence. But when Kim tried it, people said she butchered the whole vibe. That dress didn't say classy or iconic. It screamed BBL and bodycon fantasy gone wrong. And baby, that's not even the end of it. Close-ups from the event told on her real quick. Baby, that dress was stretched to the heavens, with crystals falling off like they were trying to escape. Fast forward to 2024, and guess what? Kim caught smoke again, this time for trying to pull off Princess Diana's legendary Atala cross necklace at the LACMA Art and Film Gala. Sis had the nerve to pair that regal piece with a Gucci dress that had a neckline plunging so deep. Folks said it looked straight up thirsty. And it's like, no matter how deep her pockets go, she still can't unlock that effortless it-girl energy that true A-listers walk around with. Every attempt ends up looking more swap meet than high fashion. Just loud, off, and all the way tacky. And let's be real, this ain't just a Kim issue. Her sisters be out here trying to finesse that same old narrative. But no matter how much they spend, they just can't crack the code to that elite social club they've been thirsting after for years. Always on the outside, peeping in, throwing money at the velvet rope, but never really getting inside. So imagine how they felt when folks started exposing these designer bags they loved to flex and dragging them for being nothing but cheap materials with fancy tags slapped on. Whew! But here's the gag. Now, regular folks can get their hands on those same bags for a fraction of the price. $500 or less, baby. All that exclusive energy, gone. No VIP vibes. No rich girl mystique, just overhyped bags with no flavor. And here's what really gets under their skin. Kim and Kylie hate when the so-called regulars get access to their aesthetic. Y'all remember back in the day when they were the poster girls for BBLs, lip fillers, snatched noses, fake boobs, the whole build-a-body package? That era was all about rich girl flexing, cause only the wealthy could afford to fly out and drop bands on that new body. But baby, the game done changed. Plastic surgery is a Groupon code away. Clinics popping up all over LA, and if you got a passport, you can hit up Turkey, Colombia, or the DR and come back brand new for cheap. So what did the Kardashians do? Like clockwork, they started reversing the surgeries. BBLs, gone, fillers, dissolved. Now it's all clean eating, yoga, and finding peace. Girl, bye. Let's not act like this is some spiritual awakening. This ain't about health or zen. It's because the BBL wave started looking too accessible, too hood, too common. And baby, they always want to keep that distance from the aesthetic they helped blow up. They're trying to reclaim thinness and whiteness as the ultimate luxury. Same with them Birkin bags and all that made in China drama. It's feeling too cheap, so now they gotta distance themselves. But real question, do y'all think Kim and Kylie gon' actually pull up with a lawsuit against her mess? Or is this just more messy tea for the internet to sip on? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to peep the next video.